I did my undergrad from Delhi University, then I did my postgrad, and then I also did my MPhil. Now, currently, I'm pursuing my PhD with SGAT University, and I'm working as a lecturer at National Forensic Sciences University, Delhi campus, that's NFSU. And along with that, as a part of their curriculum, I'm also going to Lady Harding Hospital as a consultant clinical psychologist. And I have my own practice as well. So I have been in the industry for quite some time now. I do see a lot of clients. I was working with the military before this for about almost 3 years.
Military? Did you just say
Military.
which
Yes.
military?
I was working at Base Hospital, that's in Delhi Kent.
Wow. What were you doing there?
I was a clinical psychologist there. So I was working in the psychiatry department with the psychiatrist there, looking at inpatient and outpatients, catering to all the officers, Navy, Air Force, and the Army, and their immediate family along with that.
That's amazing. Super interesting. Then you might have a very hard point of view today. And we're very excited to know that.
Yes.
Lovely, lovely. With that, shall we start and dive into the conversation?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yes.
Thank you so much. But first of all, guys, before we start and doing anything, can we all share hearts and fire emojis for Manya, because she's taken out her precious time. So let's share some fire and heart emojis for her. Yeah, this is our way to say thank you for being here. After
I'd
this,
love to be here. Thank you for hosting something like this. That is something that people don't do very often, but I'm glad you reached out and we did something like this.
My pleasure, my pleasure. But after this, I'll post Manya's LinkedIn and Instagram. Please feel free to take a screenshot, shout out to her, reach out to her for anything and everything. Awesome. So the first question जो मेरे को बहुत curiosity है, which is about the workplace pressure, right? And let me define the pressure. The pressure here is that, for example, the basic thing, few of my clients, they don't smoke and they don't drink, right? But there's a peer pressure to do that, right? And to fit in for things which are not related to the skills and to actual money making things, right? For example, if I'm there to sell a product or to break ads or anything, it's not related to that, it's related to the culture. And I don't want to fit in, right? I don't want to smoke, I don't want to drink.
Yeah.
But the boss and manager is going, and the people who are going, they're getting the promotion, and I'm not just because of that. How can I first talk to myself and then how to deal with the outer world?
I will start answering this with a very small example. So a very common scenario that happens in like Indian workplaces, especially like in the field of digital marketing, where teams, they are young and everything is very fast paced. So imagine that it is 4:30 and someone says, "Sutta break pe chalte hain." And suddenly half the team gets up, and maybe you don't smoke, maybe you start noticing that all the real conversation, the inside jokes, the projects, everything, is discussed in that little time that people go out for these breaks. And if you don't go, you're not part of the inner circle, as I can say. And or it could be that so my brother is working and I see a lot of Friday night scenes happening there where they go out drinking and everything. So, if you are not somebody who wants to do that, you're bound to do it, or you're bound to conform in all of that. And it's only because we think that, this is how we show that we're hustling, or, staying online till late, even if you're not working as much, just to show that you're hustling. We try and, engage in all these activities, and we start just really think about, am I changing who I am just to belong here? So the question really comes down to belongingness versus authenticity is how I really see it. So I think the first thing is that to understand that there is nothing really wrong with this approach that we have. We are all human beings and we all need to belong somewhere, right? And our brain sort of treats this like a social rejection, if I can say. So in terms of कि अगर मुझे बुलाया है मैं नहीं जा रहा हूँ तो मतलब मुझे reject कर दिया गया है. So at work it is basically constantly balancing these two needs, where it is a need to belong to the group versus the need to stay aligned with our own values. So the goal is to really find the balance between these two.
Okay.
So there is this concept that I use with my clients very often, and it is be flexible and not fake. Okay. So what I mean by that is flexibility means adapting our behavior in a more professional environment, and fake means that we are abandoning our own values to survive in that environment. I hope that made sense.
No, can you repeat it because it just मेरे ऊपर से तो गया.
Achha, okay. So, being flexible and not fake. So, flexibility basically means that we are adapting our behavior in a professional environment. कि जैसे कंपनी है, मैं अपने आप को उस तरीके से ढाल लूँ. Right.
Okay.
And being fake means that we're abandoning our own values to survive. Agar everybody, all my managers and everybody is going out for that smoke break, I will also try and engage in that activity so that I am even more acceptable.
Okay.
Right. Or I would go out drinking even though I've never drank, one peg in my life. I would just go out and do that just because it would make my manager like me more, or I could probably have a more social relationship with him in that setup. So there are a few practical tools that I would really say. I have 3 practical tools that come to my mind as you talk about this. The first that I can use is the polite boundary.
Okay.
The polite boundary really means that हम बहुत dramatically मना नहीं करेंगे. So we will not use very harsh lines like नहीं मैं नहीं आऊँगा. So we can be a little more polite and say that I'll skip the smoke, but I'll join you guys, and you just stand there and you be a part of the group without having the cigarette in your hand, rather than just skipping the entire scenario. Or I'm sorry, I'm trying to cut down, or not today, but you guys go ahead and enjoy. So you're consistently showing up in all these events, but not engaging in these activities and politely declining that. That is the first tool I have for you. The second tool that I have for you is choosing strategic belonging. So it is basically, while I was trying to understand this concept, I went through a lot of researches which really stated that having even 1 or 2 people or 1 or 2 colleagues who actually you can connect with a lot also increases your belongingness to that particular organization. So it does not mean, so हम देखते हैं कि एक इंसान है बहुत charming है and he's very social, he's extroverted, he's talking to everybody and हमें लगता है यार वैसा बनना है. उसकी मैनेजर से बहुत पड़ती है मुझे वैसा बनना है, and then we try to deviate from our values just because we are trying to be like that person. But rather than that, I would just say I'll come down to this in the third tool that I tell, but you could have just 1 or 2 people and also survive in an organization rather than catering to the herd.
That's the second one.
Yeah, that's the second one.
Okay.
And then we have the third one, and that is decide on your non-negotiables. And I say this with periods in between. So decide your non-negotiables. What are the 3 things that I would just not compromise on? So for an example of it could be health, it could be integrity, it could be work-life balance, it could be respectful communication, absolutely anything. But you should, as an individual working in this industry, working in an organization, should have non-negotiables in place, which would make your decision making so much more easier, and you would know कि अच्छा मुझे क्या करना है या कहाँ जाना है, and how do I navigate my way through that. So the end question would be, how can I participate without losing myself?
Right.
And these are the 3 tools that I have in place.
So thank you for sharing beautifully, but I have a question here. So the 3 things you shared, the 3 tools you shared rather, ये external के लिए मुझे ज़्यादा लग रहे हैं. Internally के लिए मैं कैसे अपने आप को समझाऊँ which one to choose, or rather the kind of person I am, right? I think this is also a personally for me free therapy session. Wow, kidding. But one, I don't want to do it at all. I just want to bluntly say no. When you're saying whatever 3 tools you are saying are very polite in nature, right? Like you said, it's a polite tool. I don't want to be polite. I want to say bluntly. और उस self-awareness, self-confidence ले लो, self-okayness, I don't know what that is, पे कैसे पहुँचे? How to do that? Because you don't want to be that. So why should I tools पे क्यों आऊँ?
Okay. And I will ask you that, do you want to come out as blunt, or do you want to come out as polite? What do you want the other person to perceive?
It might turn into a longer conversation, but I want to be me. Right now, I don't want to think that am I being polite or not. There's this person in our community called Amir. वो नहीं करता. He doesn't smoke, doesn't drink because of his spiritual, religious reasons, and generally he's a father and he has 2 kids, and the rest of the team is young and all. तो फिर अब उसको नहीं करना है, उसको frustration हो रही है फिर. What should be 1 word or 2 word reply for him?
figure out your non-negotiables. If it's a no for you, if it is not working out for you, you need a timeout, you need to wind down or have that break to yourself, have that. But I would just say, in an organization, try saying it in a more polite manner. Just say not today.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, so the polite is the best way to go because it also maintains that boundary which you need for further, right?
Yeah, I mean, you won't want somebody to say, like, talk rudely to you. You won't want to hear that bluntness from your end. So, हम वो चीज क्यों दे जो हम खुद नहीं ले सकते?
Okay. Fine, nice, love this, I like this. Let's guys, if you have any questions and anything, please make a note and we'll open the Q&A session towards the end in the last 10-15 minutes. But for now, we have a certain FAQs which we have prepared, which is frequently asked questions from the whole of community, and we'll try to stick to that direction. I hope that's okay with all of you. So Manya, the second question I have is that a lot of time professionals, they feel they have confidence issues, or rather clarity or confidence issues, to actually go and confront their manager. And this is not about culture or anything, but again, you know, the emails mein itna bad mouthing in emails, unnecessarily giving shit. I think this is the most common problem. There's like 80% of the people going through that. I did all my work, but my manager is not happy, and they're not giving me what I really want, and they're giving me only and only shit. How should one deal with this?
That's a really good question. And so, has it ever happened that you would have gone in a meeting and your manager would, and you would think, yeah, I'll explain something very calmly, but the moment your senior or your manager really says, let's talk about your performance, we go all, like a nervous system goes all up and down.
Yeah,
right?
the emotions, you cannot manage it. समझ नहीं आता.
Your heart will start beating faster, you will forget what you really wanted to say in the first place, and you will start also defending yourself. Or for some people, we go silent. So what happens is that in industries like yours, I see that feedback बड़ी जल्दी होता है. So या तो क्लाइंट की कैंपेन हो गई, या तो क्लाइंट का प्रेशर है, कोई डेडलाइन है, तो उसकी वजह से ना बड़ी जल्दी रिव्यूज आते हैं, एंड प्रेशर इज आल्सो क्रिएटेड. So everything suddenly starts feeling like a personal attack. So if there is a thing that you've heard about, fight or flight mode.
Yep.
Right. So what happens really is that our brain activates a threat response to all of this. So when we feel criticized or when we feel attacked or evaluated in some manner, our brain activates to something called as a threat response. Now what really happens, and I'll bring out my nerdy side just for a second, but our amygdala gets activated. Our amygdala is in the, part of our brain, and it is the part where all emotion, like it's the emotional part of our brain, just think of it like that. So that becomes activated, and then the logic drops, communication reactions, they increase, and we become really defensive in our communication, only because our brain is perceiving that it is under threat. So मुझे कुछ करना है. Yeah, or for some individuals, what happens is you freeze. You don't know what to say. You don't understand कि अब क्या respond करना है, अब क्या बोलना है. So have you ever thought that, why do I really react this way? So when we think of that, and it is so beautiful, but our brain is really trying to protect itself rather than sabotaging itself, because it doesn't know what to do in that situation.
Right.
So for this, I have something called as a framework, a small framework. It is you regulate, you reframe, and you respond.
Regulate, reframe, respond.
Yes. And now you'll ask me, Manya, how do we do that? So, and I will get into that. So how do we regulate? So before saying anything, you first need to regulate your physiology. Okay. So our body, breathing especially, is something that I would ask you to regulate. There's a simple technique called a 4-6 technique. Okay. So you breathe through your nose, counting 4, and you exhale through your mouth, counting 6. The longer the exhale, the better it is to calm your nervous system down. तो नाक से इनहेल करना है, मुंह से एक्सहेल करना है. अगर हम ये 2 बारी भी कर लेंगे ना, किसी से बात करते हुए भी, that will calm our nervous system down, and we'll know what to do.
So what?
Okay, so sorry. Yes, please go
what
ahead.
I do is 2 quick breaths and 1 big exhale. Is that something?
Yeah.
ये भी कोई technique है? Is it?
So what we can do with that is what you're talking about is there, but we can do it in a different manner to calm ourselves in a better way. So what we do is we take a deep breath in, fill our stomach a little more. This helps.
Can we try this right now? Do all of you, if you all want to try this out, type yay, type yay if you want to try it out. Type YEA, yay if you want to try it out. So we'll all try it out together, including me. Let me see some yays. There's no yay. I'm sad. No, nobody wants to try it out. Okay, yes, only one people. Yay, give me yays, guys. If you want to try it out, come on. That's why we're here. Okay, we got 3, 4, 5. All right. So okay, it takes time. Let's try it out. Let's see. So let's say I said, your report is shit, Manya. What the hell did you do? And that's when we have to inhale and exhale the way you're saying, correct?
Yes. So while you're talking to me, you're like, for example, you're my manager and I am the person working in your company. While you're talking to me and you're telling me that my report is bad and all of that, I start breathing in through my nose and I would mentally start counting 4. So, and then while you're speaking, I'm trying to regulate myself because I know I have the tendency to either go into this, I'll freeze, or I'll go into this mode where I completely numb out. I don't know what to do. Or I'll go into this phase where I say something completely absurd, which I wouldn't have if I would have regulated myself. So, yeah. And what you were talking about is something different. So you take a deep breath in, you fill your stomach as much as you can, then a little more, and then you exhale through your mouth. So that helps when the anxiety is a lot and you can't count.
Yeah, probably. I do it all the time. It's such a hack. I love it.
It is. It really is. Because see, even if you see, if you talk about like a panic attack or something, right? Or we talk about anxiety in general, हमारी फिजियोलॉजी चेंज होने लग जाती है जब एंजाइटी होती है एंड यूजुअली इन सिचुएशंस में जहाँ पे कोई मैनेजर या कोई हायर अथॉरिटी हमें कुछ बता रहा होता है या गलती बता रहा होता है हमारी वी गो इनटू दिस पैनिक मोड तो पैनिक क्या होता है पैनिक मतलब एंजाइटी हो रही है राइट तो हाथ में स्वेटिंग होना देन हार्ट बीट इंक्रीज होना स्टैमर करना और just getting jittery, getting restless. All of these are signs of anxiety only. So अगर हम अपनी फिजियोलॉजी को अपनी ब्रीदिंग पे फोकस करके अपनी बॉडी पे फोकस करके अपनी फिजियोलॉजी को रेगुलेट करेंगे it will become easier for us to actually respond in a better manner because what we end up doing is we react. There's a difference between reacting and responding.
Absolutely.
So we end up reacting and we say something and फिर हमें बाद में याद आता है while we're traveling back home or we're in our bed shit यार ये बोल देता maybe it would have been
like what a cool response it has been. It's because at that time we're not able to control our nervous system and that's right. Okay, one quick question to just sum up and wrap up your this answer. You said in the beginning we take it personally and that's why all of this is happening, right? So how do I not take it personally? That I have to detach now is the Buddha way or whatever, but how do we not take it that personally? Matlab, it is personal. It's my job. It is, right? That's how people treat it. I also myself make this mistake. I'm no different, guys. I'm not at the higher state as of now. But how do we not take it personally? What's that ideology, philosophy? What should we say, talk, write, manifest? How do we go about it?
Okay, so that is when I would come to my second part. That is reframe.
Okay.
And I would be able to better answer your question in that manner. So when we receive a feedback like you're shit or you're not doing well or your job is at risk or तुझसे तो कोई काम ही नहीं होता, so stuff like that. When we hear stuff like that, we need to understand that it is more about our performance and not our worth. Right? Our performance in that particular thing, but our performance is not directly equivalent to our worth as an individual. And what we do, because we are so high functioning and we're very workaholic people, हम इसको ना एक बना देते हैं, तो ये हमारी identity बन जाता है.
Yeah.
So instead of thinking that this is an attack on me, we can try reframing this question in a way that this is information about my work. and not about me as an individual. So ये जब छोटा सा हम switch कर सकते हैं ना कि differentiate. And I see this with a lot of people, Lakshit, very honestly. I talk about this in my sessions a lot, even with my students a lot. लोग ना they start thinking their work and their career as their identity. They don't realize that they have friends, they have colleagues, they have a spiritual life, they have their family, they have their partner, they have their hobbies, they have their health. There's so many factors that define you as an individual, but what we end up doing is हम अपने करियर को, अपनी एजुकेशन को अपनी आइडेंटिटी बना देते हैं कि अगर मुझे अच्छा फीडबैक मिलेगा तभी मैं एक वर्दी इंसान हूँ या अच्छा इंसान हूँ. तो just differentiating, so zooming out a little bit and differentiating कि ये मेरा काम है versus मैं एक इंसान. These are two separate things. ये एक नहीं है.
बहुत टफ बात है ये, बहुत टफ चीज़ है जो आप बोल रहे हो. इट्स नॉट दैट इजी. you're saying
I
it
know.
like frameworks. You're talking. It's so difficult, right? I'm sure you know you deal it every day. It's not that easy
Yeah.
because
It's not.
since
It's
school
not, but-
since school it's been taught that मार्क्स है उस हिसाब से इज्जत मिलेगी, जितने पैसे हैं उस हिसाब से तो इज्जत मिलती है. क्या करते हो? एवरीबडी आस्क्ड दैट डे. The other day I was at a restaurant and I met a friend, right? And she is very rich. She's very rich. One of the billionaires. She's the
Yeah.
daughter of a billionaire. I was like, why are you working? What's your need? So this is again, I'm very direct. When like,
Yeah.
why are you working? She's like, identity, bro. Self identity. At the first time, I was like, good that you've accepted this, but second time it's so shit because I don't know. But yeah, you were saying something.
But Ismina, I will tell you, there is this, if you're really thinking about this, there is this podcast, Sunil Shetty, and no, Sunil Shetty, nahi. I think his name is, yeah. Some Shetty and Dr. Gaber Mate. I think इनका एक identity पे है कि हमें क्यों ही किसी चीज से अपने आप को identify करना है. It goes a lot into parts that we won't be able to cover in this session for sure. But I would just say, to respond in one line to your question, I would just say zoom out. See your life in a larger picture. See your life. Kabhi-kabar our parents get unwell or things happen in your personal life. तब हमें लगता है यार ये भी तो चीजें थी, हमने तो ध्यान ही नहीं दिया. तो और हम मतलब करियर पे फोकस करते चले गए. So I mean there is a lot, but I would just say zoom out before you actually start putting your identity to your career.
So difficult. I don't know. I don't know. I could have a longer conversation about this because there's a lot of difference between the way a guy is seen and a girl is also seen in this.
Absolutely.
Right?
The
But again,
societal viewpoint is
that's
insane. Yes.
That's how we're formed. That's how we're formed. But again, great thing, great points to focus on. But again, guys, this is just a video or a podcast, however you're viewing it right now. The main thing is, what are we taking it back and how are we applying it and practicing it in our life? Because this is a practice. The 5 steps, 3 steps, whatever she is sharing is not easy to do it. Like even if she makes you do it today, you still have to go practice it again and again and again and again. And then maybe 2, 3 years, 4 years later down the line, kuch hoega. Is what I know. But good. Is there anything you want to add, or should we move to the next question?
Very comfortable. I know that, while you just spoke about this, I was thinking of how it is super difficult to apply, but it was completely a shift in the mindset. And वो shift लाना सबसे बड़ी मुश्किल चीज़ है, is what I have understood with therapy and being a therapist to understand. It is difficult, but it's not impossible. Sometimes even leaving small post-it notes on your laptop, computer, whatever, अपना wallpaper ही लगा लिया of things that you want to remind yourself. These are the small things that will keep you grounded. It will bring you back rather than just आज ये सुन लिया and उसके बाद there is absolutely no implementation of it. So just small reminders, maybe an alarm on your phone for a 5-minute rest or a reset or a meditation, something. And that helps.
Nice, lovely. So by the way, this meditation which we did, 5 minutes initially, some of my community members, we every time we start a session, we do every morning, we do every afternoon, we do it does. And since we've started doing this, just sharing it for my community, that our team is feeling nice. They look forward to being on, like 9 is our start time, so 9:20 is like we start this so that we can start our work day by 9:30, right? Everybody is like या मैं मेडिटेशन नहीं मिस कर सकता बिकॉज दैट्स लाइक अ शेम वी मेड अ शेम बट it is difficult because it's not easy at all.
But that's a good habit you've really implemented. More than half of the people I mean therapy में बोलती रह जाती meditation कर लो, but nobody can follow through.
All of the people जिनके साथ भी मेरा वन ऑन वन हुआ है ना, I start with the meditation. Like 5 minutes, I first come out. They're like, Lakshit, मेरी job नहीं लग रही, मेरा ये नहीं हो रहा, your CVC method is not working, this is not working. I'm like, let's have a one on one. So I play this video. We meditate 5 minutes and then I'm like, तो आधी प्रॉब्लम वैसे ही खत्म हो जाती है. So, I think it's the whole breathing thing you were saying, the 4-2 or something like that. It forces you to push into that direction. Even 5 minutes में से 30 seconds 40 seconds ढंग से करोगे, but at least that is okay. Something is better. A lot of people, they only do it with me in this 5 minutes when they come for a session or like a workshop or something like that. So that's also very surprising. But yeah, maybe it's duty of you, me, and whoever is sort of holding a community to also push this. Lovely. With this, I think there's one very let's move to the next question, which is return to office. So a lot of people still want to do remote work, and now me as a hike coach, career coach, mentor, whatever they want to call me, if they ask for my advice, guidance, I always say that, see, if you want to keep earning till 10-12 lakh rupees a year, then remote you can do, but you will never see a growth past 1 year. And if you really want to go to the next level, then you have to come into the office, you have to step into that. And after COVID, you know what has been happening at the Gen Y, Gen Z, all those people, that they're not liking RTO, the return to office, the whole thing. People are still have that COVID hangover. So how should one deal with it, convince them, and I don't know, like, कैसे बुलाएं वापस लोगों को office? Because even I, like 2-3 people in my office are also remote right now, and I'm hating it.
I understand. I think this is one of the biggest struggles that everybody faces, especially like people, because they've been so used to work from home. It's feasible. So, for example, you wake up at 8:55 and 9 o'clock, you just open the laptop and you join in. So, and you attend the meeting from your room only. Lunch is quick, and by the time that you're done, you're already home. So, I mean, it doesn't, create any sort of inconvenience to you. So now, if we compare that to, returning to office, what you just said, so you wake up earlier, you commute through traffic or through metro, you spend your entire day around people, so you're highly stimulated also. You may be overwhelmed at times. There are meetings, there are discussions, office noise hai, social interaction is another thing that comes to my mind. So by the time when you reach home, you're actually start wondering कि यार मैंने काम तो उतना ही किया जितना मैं घर से कर रहा था, पर मैं इतना थका हुआ क्यों? People start thinking that it means that कि वो कम productive हो रहे हैं, but that's not really the case, right? So it is a shift from your remote work back to your office. It's not just a logistical change, is how I perceive it. It is more of an energy change. Okay. And by that, what I mean is now there are far more factors that are involved in this. So, जैसे commute करने का stress हो गया, constant conversations with the people around you, there is office noise, there is social interactions, there is interruptions. पहले जितना आप घर पे देख पा रहे थे या घर में involvement थी आपकी, वो कम होने लग जाती है. So you're less available for your wife, your kids, your parents, or anybody else that you're living with. So it's even so small things, even like when to talk, when to smile, when to respond, that mental energy तो constantly consume हो रही है ना इन सब चीजों में. So you feel more exhausted, you feel more weak, you feel more overwhelmed is what I understand. Because in January I was also my contract was getting renewed and I had a month off for the first time in however long I've lived. So, I mean, and then when I had to go back to office in February, I realized it took so much of my effort that till date, it's mid-March now, and I still cannot. Every day I wake up, I just think, just let it be.
Yeah, I'm so against 2 hours. I am so against this thought, by the way. I'm so against
what thought?
Against this thought of working remotely now. By the way, I have worked remotely for 3 years straight. I was working in an international
Yeah.
organization. I was staying in Noida and I was working for a company in New York, then in China, and then Amsterdam. Like I was just working remotely,
Yeah.
getting awesome salary, no taxes and all. But I'm telling you, the growth I'm having when I'm working in the office.
Absolutely, I agree. And I mean the flip side to this is I was honestly initially talking to my mom about this, of how I feel more productive. Like I was at home, I was honestly in my pajamas. I was just I was taking sessions, yes, and I would get dressed up for that. But uske alawa there was no stimulation. And when there is no stimulation, you start dulling down somehow. And I can get so much more done in a day to day. I can work 10 hours and be okay than, at home I would work for 3 or 4 and I'd be like, bahut kaam ho gaya, let's just scroll some reels or do something. So I get where you come from, and I completely, like, I love the part where I'm able to go out. Just the pure joy of getting up, getting into the shower, dressing up and going out. I mean, that brings in a lot of stimulation. But I can also understand why people don't perceive it this way, because it is very energy consuming. And as you and I would sit here and we may bounce off energies. People do not. For some people, for the introverts, for people who like staying in more often, it is just such a big task to go out and take out that energy and be able to respond in those environments, while people like you and I might actually bounce off that energy. So
How do I convince myself if I to go to the office is the question.
okay,
Like, how did you
So-
convince? Share your personal story. How did you
Yeah.
convince yourself? Like, I'm sure you had no option, but
Yeah.
if there was an option, how were you?
Yeah.
How would have you convinced in the best way? Give me a couple of sentences, examples on shifting from there to there.
Okay. So what I did initially was I kept small recovery windows for myself.
Okay.
What I mean by that is कि हमें लगता है कि नहीं जी लंच भी सबके साथ ही करना है, अगर सब बाहर जा रहे हो तो मैं भी उसी टाइम पे बाहर जाऊं. So, but what that actually is doing is it's not giving you the breaks you need to regulate yourself better. So, I would step out of my office briefly, just walk a little bit for 5 minutes, come back. There were days when I would have lunch with everybody, but there were days when I would quietly have lunch by myself also, while I would just be watching a brain rotting series. Okay, just for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but that would just work for me as a person. Even going out without my phone for that walk at times helped me. So it is like a small recovery break, so that I don't feel exhausted at the end of the day. And another thing, if you feel that there are people who come to you and tell you कि लक्षित मुझसे नहीं हो पा रहा है, या मेरे को बहुत स्ट्रेस हो रहा है ऐसे. What I like to do in my therapy sessions is also the fact where I would say that every 2 to 3 hours where the stress has started to build up, right? And it's like a graph. So it keeps going up slowly and gradually. It reaches the peak. You have like a point where you're like, I can't do this anymore. So rather than it reaching there, हम जब वो थोड़ा सा बढ़ना स्टार्ट होता है, हम वहीं पे कोई ना कोई रिलैक्सेशन एक्टिविटी कर लें. So the breathing activity that I just spoke about, the 4-6 activity, or there are small activities where you can clench your fist for 5 seconds, you can release them for 10, or you can, shoulders को tie ऊपर करके, ears के पास करके for 5 seconds, and then you can release that. So any body part, you can do this with your neck also, or with your back also, whatever body part. 2-3 body parts we can actually clench tightly for 5 seconds and release for 10 seconds every 2-3 hours, ताकि वो stress जो हमारी body में build up होना start हो जाता है.
Nice, lovely. I think it's my last question which I want to ask. Then we'll open the floor for Q&A, because I see a lot of people want to ask questions. Now we've talked about all problems, right? I wanted to ask you, how can we seek help in our work environment, which is from our managers? And of course that won't work. I hope that works, but usually it doesn't work, and you don't have space to ask, not those kind of things. So if the company may, if you go and confront, एक तो वो बहुत डर होता है, which we spoke about, right? That to confront and say that. So how to ask help politely or impolitely. If that is not working, how to seek help outside, which is how to go for therapy, how to not judge yourself for therapy. and just how to get seek, because a lot of, I'm seeing all the 8 9 people, 5 6 people who are here, they have
Yeah.
accepted that there is some XYZ problem, which is anxiety,
Yeah.
depression, whatever, right? So they have acceptance. Now we're moving forward. Now how to get help?
Firstly, I think normalize wanting help. हमें लगता है, and I still feel this, that हमें लगता है कि मुझ में ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तभी मुझे हेल्प चाहिए, बट वो प्रॉब्लम तक क्यों पहुंचना है इज व्हाट हाउ आई परसीव इट. हम हॉस्पिटल जब तक खराब ही ना हो जाए तबीयत तब तक क्यों जाते हैं हम. पहले भी तो प्रिवेंशन इज बेटर देन क्योर व्हेन वी रियली टॉक अबाउट दैट. सो actually accepting that you might be stressing out more than usual, or work is getting to you, my managers are getting to me, or मैं काम नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ. So before you actually reach a stage where there is a mental breakdown or a nervous breakdown, उससे पहले ही approach somebody. So I would say actually reaching out to somebody who feels a little safer is the first step that you can take. Just the first basic step. So if you have a friend in the organization, just reaching out to that person and just saying कि मुझे लग रहा है मुझे किसी से बात करनी है, या I am not able to deal with this stress. The more you talk about it and the more you see that people are giving you a normal reaction than saying कि पागलों के डॉक्टर के पास जा रहे हो, the more normal people around you are, the more accepting you would be. But I would then also add, हमें दूसरों की एक्सेप्टेंस के लिए नहीं काम करना. So people will not really understand, managers will not really understand, but that does not mean that we can't go out and actually get the help that we need. So main pointers here which I would really state are choose the right therapist for yourself.
You also
And when
don't
I
find
say-
the right therapist in the first go.
Sorry?
You also don't find the right therapist in the first go. By the way, Manya is a great therapist. Please contact her. That's not what I mean. I am just saying that you don't. It's a process, right? What do you have to say about that?
It's taxing is what I have to say, to be honest. See, I understand when it comes to finding a therapist for yourself. It's not कि मैंने एक इंसान से बात करी, click, and this is the therapist for me. अगर हमें पार्टनर अपना चूज करने में टाइम लगता है, अगर जिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में काम करना है उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन तक पहुंचने में टाइम लगता है, तो एक राइट थेरेपिस्ट जो एक्चुअली में आपकी सारी वल्नरेबिलिटीज देखेगा, उसमें टाइम क्यों नहीं लगेगा. So I would just say, before actually choosing a therapist, what we can do, Lakshit, really is that you can go therapist shopping.
There's something like that.
Yeah, that's how I take this, and I tell my patients also, like, if it is a good therapist, they will not have a problem अगर आप उनको बोलो कि listen, मेरी vibe match नहीं हुई आपके साथ, can you refer me somebody else? If it is a good therapist, they would actually refer you to somebody else. They will not, judge you or belittle you for that. If they are belittling you, that's not the right person in the first place.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
a therapist should be somebody who's not judgmental, who's there for you and whom you can really open up with. So if go for that therapist shopping. एक दो therapist से एक या दो session लेके देखो, नहीं vibe match हो रही, don't give up. As there are so many people, when we say there is a lot of fish in the sea, I see there are a lot of fishes, like therapist fishes also in the sea, is how I assume.
Nice.
So
I like that.
go
I like
out,
that
talk to more people, talk to more therapists, see vibe किसके साथ match हो रही है, and then only fix कि इसके साथ therapy लेनी है. And this is the person that I feel I can open up and tell my deepest secrets and won't feel judged or ashamed by that. So I think
that is so awesome. Like, I love. I'm really enjoying that.
Yeah. I just have to add one little thing
Go
for
for
people to understand here. We think कि हमने एक सेशन लिया and वो एक सेशन में ना उसने हमें कुछ नहीं बताया, तो therapy is not working for me. But you need to first understand that you're meeting this therapist for the first time, and this is something that I have faced a lot with working professionals, the problem in therapy. By the end of the session, they would say, "Ma'am, आप कुछ नहीं बताओगे क्या करना है?" So how I usually would like people to know about this is that I am also meeting you for the first time. You're a new person for me as well. I've just gotten all the information about you. Maybe not even all. Maybe if there is a lot of information, there's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of conflicted areas that are there. मुझे भी अभी काफी कुछ एक्सप्लोर करना होगा, where after which I can add my 2 cents and I can give you tools to operate. If you're choosing a therapist, give that person at least 2 to 3 sessions, then see if it is working for me or not. So take 4, I would say. If by the 4th session also you feel that this is not adding on to anything in my life, I am not feeling even 2% or 5% better than what I was initially when I started the first session, leave that therapist, move on. But until that, give that therapist also time to understand you and your working as an individual, because we don't have a jadoo ki chadi and say abracadabra and you'll be okay.
फायदा क्या फिर मैं क्यों आ रहा हूँ क्यों मैं आई विल गो टू चैट जीपीटी देन आई विल गो टू claude.ai. Claude will listen to me better than you. But in this age and realm of AI, we want everything fast, and sadly, this is a very slow and heavy toll-taking process. But it is what it is, because the effects are also real, right? I was just talking to my mentor the other day, and business mentor, and he was said कि जो cash flow है ना, it is like it is not built in one day. Like let's say it's not built in one day. You will not, don't think that tomorrow you'll earn 1 crore a month or whatever it is, right? तो अगर वो एक महीने में एक दिन में बन नहीं सकता तो एक दिन में टूट भी नहीं सकता. Point being that if you're not able to reach that phase in 1 day or 1 year, then वो टूटेगा भी उतना नहीं. So it works both ways is all I could understand from my end.
That's exactly what I say also, कि अगर इतना कॉन्फिडेंस में या सेल्फ एस्टीम में इतना टाइम प्रॉब्लम रहा है, अगर it took you 20 odd years to build yourself a certain way, how can I change you in
1
a month? It can't happen. I mean, I need to have more time and you need to put in effort to bring that change.
Yeah, there's so many ads coming to my mind that if I'm making ads for Manya, there's so many ads coming to my mind, but that's my marketing mind working how we can do that. But I think we're coming towards the end of the session.